If your car backs up normally but won't move forward and drive, it feels weirdly specific. And it is. Reverse and drive don't use the exact same hydraulic circuits, clutches, bands, or gear sets inside the transmission. That's why a failure can show up in one direction, but not the other. The biggest mistake I see is people pressing harder on the gas thinking it will catch. If something's slipping, you can turn a small problem into a cooked transmission fast. Let's walk through the most common causes and what you can actually do about them. But just before we start, please ensure you've subscribed to the channel. Low or wrong transmission fluid. Automatic transmissions live and die by fluid pressure. If the fluid level is low, the pump can't build consistent pressure, and the forward clutch pack may not apply hard enough to move the car. Sometimes reverse still works because it uses a different clutch circuit that can grab even with marginal pressure. Check the fluid level the right way. Some cars require the engine running and warm. If it's low, top up with the correct spec fluid only. If the fluid is dark, smells burnt, or has glittery metal, topping it off won't fix the root cause, but it's still important data. If you find a leak, fix that first, then recheck operation. Failed forward clutch pack or a worn band. This is the classic internal transmission failure for reverse works, drive doesn't. The forward clutch pack is what applies to get you moving in drive. When those clutch plates wear out or burn up, the car may rev like it's in neutral when you select drive. You might also feel a faint shudder or a delayed engagement that's been getting worse over time. If that's what's happening, the fix isn't an additive or a reset, it's a rebuild or replacement transmission because the worn friction material is inside the unit. If you catch it early, sometimes the damage is limited, but once it's slipping badly, it's usually past the simple repair stage. Shift cable or gear selector problem. Sometimes the transmission is fine, you're just not actually commanding drive. A stretched or misadjusted shift cable, worn linkage, or a failing shifter assembly can leave you between gears. Reverse may engage because it's at the end of the range, but drive may not fully click into position. This can also happen with electronic shifters if the range sensor is confused. What you'll notice is the indicator not lining up, the shifter feeling loose, or the car acting different depending on how you hold the lever. The fix is usually adjustment, bushing replacement, or repairing the shifter mechanism. It's one of the cheaper possibilities, so it's worth checking early. Faulty transmission range sensor or solenoid issue. Modern automatics rely on sensors and solenoids to route hydraulic pressure. If a shift solenoid sticks or the transmission control module isn't seeing the correct gear position from the range sensor, the transmission may default into a weird limp strategy where reverse is available, but forward gears are limited or missing. You might see a check engine light, transmission warning, or harsh engagement. The fix starts with scanning for codes. If you have codes related to gear selection, solenoid performance, or pressure control, you're no longer guessing. Sometimes a fluid service and fixing an electrical connector saves the day. Other times it's a solenoid pack, valve bodywork, or wiring repair. Broken CV axle, differential, or internal drive gear. Here's a sneaky one. The engine revs, the transmission engages, but the wheels don't get power because something downstream is broken. A failed CV axle can sometimes still transmit some torque in one direction, depending on how it broke, especially if it's stripped at a joint. A differential failure can also act strange. Lots of noise, no forward movement, but reverse may still crawl. Clues include clicking, grinding, a sudden bang when the problem started, or one wheel spinning freely while the other does nothing. The fix depends on what's broken, but compared to a full transmission rebuild, an axle or differential repair can be a relief. How to diagnose it quickly in your driveway. Start simple. Check transmission fluid level and condition. Pay attention to how drive engages. Does it feel like neutral? Does it clunk? Does it delay? Does it try to move but slips? Next, look for obvious leaks under the car. If you can safely do it, have someone watch the axles while you gently select drive with the brakes held. If an axle isn't turning when it should, that's a big clue. If you have a scan tool, check for transmission-related codes and live data for gear, commanded versus gear, actual. If the car suddenly stopped moving forward with a loud noise, suspect axle or differential. If it's been gradually getting worse with slipping, suspect forward clutch wear. If the fluid is low, correct it and find the leak. If the shifter feels off, inspect the linkage or cable and get it adjusted. If you have warning lights or codes, fix electrical issues first. Connectors, damaged wiring, range sensor, or solenoids, depending on what the scan shows. If you suspect internal clutch failure, stop driving it. Towing it to a transmission shop is cheaper than turning slips in drive into won't move at all. And if an axle is broken, replace it before you keep testing. Spinning parts with no load can damage other components.